All right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV had to get settled in, so I appreciate everybody for tapping in. We're going to talk today about Novada, PBC Novada. We're also going to talk about Roy Jones getting a tad bit of hate from other Negro fighters for saying Bud has a better resume in picking Bud to beat Errol Smith Jr. from the Dallas, Texas Quickie Mark. And we're also going to talk today about Spence getting mad because some media believes he's prematurely coming back and picking Danny Garcia. So let's get into it. Appreciate everybody for rolling in. Don't forget you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out anytime. All my links in the description. Also got a Facebook group. You want to tap in over there. I do appreciate everybody for checking in. So you ever have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, YouTube question, or you want to know, whatever, want to chop it up, all my social media links in the description. Also, if you want to make a donation, subscribe first, bell icon button, thumbs up, comment, but always share the video. Also, Cash App, PayPal in the description. Cash App is CJ Good 313. That's in the description, and PayPal link is there as well. So I do appreciate everybody for checking in. So let's go ahead and cook. Still trying to get comfortable. So if you're not aware, Serhiy Derevianchenko did an interview with AB Boxing News. Go show him some love. He's doing his thing on the interviews, and he revealed that he done Vada with Golovkin, but there's no Vada deal in place for the Jermall Charlo fight. Now remember, it wasn't no Olympic style drug testing deal for Adrian Broner and Pacquiao until Broner complained like 2 or 3 weeks out. There was no deal for USADA or Vada versus Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman said that in one of his interviews. And obviously you can't basically say Pacquiao was on some shit because Keith Thurman said he didn't care. He waived his right to random drug tests and urine tests, right? But they didn't do drug tests till like 2 or 3 weeks out from that fight. So also Errol, Spence, and Sean Porter, they wasn't listed on the Vada Twitter site, or Vada or Twitter or Facebook site on doing Vada. So it's Premier Boxing Champions even doing Vada anymore, and people don't want to talk about this. They are the popular, place in boxing. They got an enormous fanboy base who knows absolutely nothing about boxing. So at the end of the day, ignorance doesn't need any attention. So at the end of the day, nobody gonna talk about this. Errol Spence ain't taking no Vada versus Sean Porter. I don't care what you niggas say. I ain't see it on the website. So are we not doing Vada testing for PBC no more? Was Errol Spence ever doing USADA testing? And at the end of the day, who do you report the test to? He said, yeah, he did Keith do anything for Pacquiao. Who wouldn't? Yeah, somebody who don't have no integrity and no morals. You know what I'm saying? You still submitting to a motherfucker who been beat every way possible. He been decision. He been outboxed. He been knocked down to the head. He been knocked out to the body, knocked out to the head. That's the problem with motherfuckers. Dudes ain't got no goddamn integrity no more. They willing. That's the sign of a mature, strong man. No matter if you're black, Indian, Arab, Native American. When you can walk away from a deal because it ain't right. When you can walk away from a lot of money because it ain't right. Who in boxing really got that integrity? None of these niggas. These dudes that get on all four and suck dick for a Pacquiao fight. Terence salutes. He does. These dudes who legitimately, and that ain't even like fighting Mayweather. It ain't bringing that money in those numbers. And it's a shame though. It's a shame and the same thing with J Rock. He want to go around accusing everybody, him and Bredman, about everybody being on roids, and said that Charlo refused to take USADA or Vada, excuse me, for they fight. He blasted him the whole fight. Look here, man. If I feel like somebody got a competitive advantage, we not talking no basketball. We not talking tennis. When you talking about wrestling, mixed martial arts, and boxing, your life on the line. You know what I'm saying? And some of these dudes a lot of you niggas willing to put y'all do anything for money. That's why you got Lil Yachty walking around with a perm on his head. I'm at the point where I do certain things I ain't doing. There's certain shit I ain't doing for money. You know what I'm saying? And if people don't care about Vada no more, then take it out the sport. We all know Floyd only did Olympic style drug tests because he was scared to fight Manny Pacquiao. So if everybody not gonna do Vada or USADA, or you can't afford Vada USADA, what's the point? And then you got people signing up for Vada, but Vada not even doing the drug testing. You know, if it don't matter, if we gonna sweep shit under the rug, remember that email that Teddy Atlas said that Pacquiao sent to Mayweather, if I get caught on something, can you sweep it under the rug? Hell no. What you mean? But that just lets you know how, like, these dudes ain't got no morals, ain't got no integrity. And you get that in the rap game a lot. A lot of them rappers sit there, open up their asshole, and let them executive bust their ass down for some money. At the end of the day, you go find, you think you got money and you got happiness. No, money don't equal happiness. Fucking niggas, y'all, which y'all grew up in, which y'all was born in 98, 99, 2000. Nigga, more money, more problems. Straight up and down, I'm not fighting you. I don't care who, I don't care what it is. I'm not fighting you if I feel that you got a competitive advantage, straight up and down. Because at the end of the day, if you're on that Larry Holmes and that Wilder list, it don't matter. It could be showed that somebody shot some shit up their ass. It don't matter. People gonna say you still lost. Look at Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Glove in, glove out. Water, Royce. People don't care if Tyson Fury cheated versus Deontay Wilder. They just like the results. They just like the results. And, you know, at the end of the day, people would swear up and down Floyd shot some shit up his hands and Floyd was on this and Wilder did this and did that. But, hey, when it comes to Canelo, it's taboo to talk about him failing 2 drug tests. It's taboo to talk about him not taking the Vada test leading up to the Golovkin rematch while he was suspended. You know, when we get to talking about Royce with Pacquiao and Royce with Canelo, everybody want to make excuses. Everybody want to be quiet and act like it's taboo to talk about. But you talk about Lamont Peterson. You talk about Errol Spence nipples. You talk about the Charlo twins missing the drug test. Nobody talk about Joseph Parker missing the drug test at all. And jumping out the WBC rankings. Oh, Alexander Povetkin get this pass. Nobody talk about him. He get this serious pass. And that's just the way it goes. But if Premier Boxing Champions ain't doing no drug testing no more, then fuck it. Just come out and say it. I can care less. Wasn't no testing when Pernell was fighting. Wasn't no testing when Jack Johnson was fighting. Wasn't no Olympic style testing. Wasn't no Olympic style testing when Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard and Sugar Ray Robinson was doing it. Wasn't no testing pre-Manny Pacquiao Mayweather hype. So we just gonna stick to the commission urine test, so be it. Financially, if it's an issue for how much the testing costs, I don't care no more. Because a lot of these dudes don't care. A lot of these dudes don't care. They don't care if you on that shit. They gonna fight you. They just looking for a payday. Mayweather just implemented this drug test because he was scared to take an ass whooping. Or he was in fear of taking the ass whooping for Manny Pacquiao. Tell me I'm lying. Let the church say amen, my nigga. Let the church say amen. Tell me I'm lying. Vic Chavez said both resumes are mediocre at best. Ain't nobody in boxing got no good ass resume. Once you look at anybody, even if you want to say Manny Pacquiao and put him in there, you break his resume down, it's bullshit. And I can prove it. You break Canelo resume down, it's bullshit. You break Joshua resume, Wilder resume, Golovkin resume down, it's bullshit. You break Danny Garcia resume down, it's bullshit. So ain't nobody in boxing got no platinum motherfucking 5-star black card resume. It's all subjective to who a nigga like and who somebody don't like. All of them got some bullshit resume. Mr. JC, but I ain't talking about that right now. Shout out to Vic though. We talk about this drug testing. Derevianchenko said they ain't doing no testing. And we all know the Charlos have both been the speculation of drug tests since Demetrius Andrade and Andre Rozier and Danny Jacobs and J-Rock and Stephen Bredman. All of them, they have accused Errol Spence. They have accused Jermall and Jermall Charlo. But you know what? I'm not talking about these dudes in particular, but these dudes in particular, they'll sit here and sue a nigga like me for defamation of character which I ain't even saying they don't know shit. I'm just using that as an example. But when Paula Malignaggi, you know what I'm saying? When Paula Malignaggi say Pacquiao been on steroids for like the last 10 or 12 years, Pacquiao ain't never sued Paula, but he wanted to sue Mayweather. Why he ain't never sued Paula Malignaggi? Let's keep it a buck. The Charlos. Let somebody come out here and make a video, they got enough subscribers or followers, they gonna send a letter talking about defamation of character. But Stephen Bradman, J-Rock, Andrade, Errol Spence too, they'll threaten us and get mad at us for saying it and sue and threaten to sue motherfuckers like me, but they won't sue the people who started the storyline. That's my whole thing about it. And I've been telling y'all, PBC ain't been doing no doping tests. I've been saying it. I've been looking for it, bro. When you go to Vada testing program, bro, according to some people, Vegas is now mandating. Now I don't know, the whole situation with them mandating it or whatever that may be. But I looked on their website, now they could have changed it and faked it or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's their prerogative. But anytime I see somebody else getting on Vada, it says, it's been a while since they announced some shit because of the pandemic. It said Alexander Povetkin, July 9th, Dillian White have been in Vada testing and subjected to testing since March 11th, 2020, and will continue through August 22nd. Delphine person, we welcome her to our program, Katie Taylor, right? Right, and how far, gallons of game, salute. How far, Mr. Gore, I see you. How far off is Charlo and Derevianchenko? We in August, so it's what? September 26th? Is it? The Charlo and Derevianchenko fight? Somebody give me a date. So we talking about if it's September 26th, we talking about 6 weeks out. It ain't no fucking testing. Tyrone Glipser, salute. KD Trey 5 from the UK, salute. Come on, we talking about let's keep it real, bro. When Joette Gonzalez accused Shakir Stevenson of running for random drug tests, these clowns ran with the narrative because they don't like Shakir Stevenson because he was top ranked. Rick Cam, salute. Let's keep it 100 on this drug testing. When Shakir Stevenson, when Joette Gonzalez racist ass started a narrative that Shakir was ducking Vada, everybody, Shakir ducking Vada, but there's no record of Errol Spence last fight being on Vada. They can say it all you want to. I can tell you that I'm a 5'5", motherfucking midget that got $1 billion. It don't make it true. We see these fighters lie all the time. Gino, salute. These fighters lie all the time. The David Benavidez is out here lying about wanting to be the top dog. He could have fought Caleb Plant right now. He could have fought Caleb Plant expeditiously, but he chose to fight Alexo or Ramiro, whoever it was. If he really wanted to smoke with Caleb, the money got to be right. Hey, look here, man. If it's somebody a fucking pit bull don't like, he don't give a fuck if she thick, if he's skinny, if it's bones, if it's 5'6", 5'7", 9'9". If you got food for days, if a pit don't like you, a pit gonna get off. If he get off that chain or you get off that leash, you get out that house, he don't care. If you really got that animosity and you got that energy, you got that feeling, you really got that feeling, it don't matter. Because I know when I beat your ass, there's gonna be more money on the other side of the street. You know how they swept David Benavidez test under the rug? Oh, it was an adverse test. Oh, it was cocaine. All of a sudden, and like I said before, I don't pledge no allegiance to none of these dudes. I'm a equal opportunist. But I'm just putting the pieces to the puzzle. David Benavidez barely went 12 rounds with Ronald Garcia, right? I watched that fight when I was at work in the morning, right? I thought Garcia won by a point. Benavidez got dropped late in that fight. He was tired of shit. He hires Alex Ariza, right? The next fight, they fight. This dude throws a billion punches and don't get tired once. Then he get popped for an adverse test. So was that test adverse, or was it have something else in that test and the Vada helped him clear it up? At the end of the day, Vada just report to who paying for the test. Remember, Ed Morales failed the test versus Danny Garcia in the second fight, and Danny Garcia said, you know what, we can go ahead and still fight. Now you can have a little bit of computer raw threshold for you to still fight. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So they ain't even testing no more. They're not even, I don't care what they say. Vada announced everybody else on Twitter. You mean super middleweight? He not the best super middleweight. That's to be determined. Benavidez definitely not. Let's have a conversation for a minute, me and Vic, right? What has Benavidez done to be the best super middleweight? Now you can say I think he the best, but what has he done to be the best middleweight? I'll wait. Boop, 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 boop. Anybody can answer. Boop, 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 boop. So what has David Benavidez done to say he better than Canelo at 68? That he better than Plant at 68? That he better than Billy Ho at 68? Better than Callum Smith? So we can translate. Would it surprise if Benavidez went on to be one of the greatest super middleweights of all time? No. The kid only 23 years old. Carville wasn't even ranked 3. They paid for his ranking. If you want to be honest, you talking to somebody. This ain't no fake lawyer that think he know boxing. This ain't that. This ain't no smiling nigga from Tyler, Texas. This ain't that. This ain't some bald-headed pedophile from Milwaukee. This ain't that. If you want to know the true origin of how he got that belt, Ronald Garville, he really wasn't ranked. He wasn't even ranked number 3. Because he want to be honest, the champion vacated. So Darrell was ordered to fight Callum Smith. Right? Let's talk about the origin. I'll get back to the Peds. Because I like dropping knowledge. He was ordered to fight Callum Smith, right? I even seen Darrell at the Golovkin-Jacobs fight. We had the same flight there. I asked him. I was like, what you think about fighting Callum Smith? He kind of seemed like he was kind of scary and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he thought I was going to do something or he was just like, he just liked that. But he was like, yeah, all right, But I got the vibes that he didn't want that fight. So the fight was supposed to go on in L.A. I can't remember. This was, because I got laid off from GM. This was 2017, I want to say. Right? And they were supposed to fight in L.A. Then Darrell tried to move the fight to Flint. Then Callum Smith said, I don't want to go to Flint for the fight. This is for Badu's vacant belt. Then they wanted Darrell to jump in the World Series boxing tournament. Darrell said no. So then again, Darrell was ordered to fight, I believe, my memory right on this one, he was ordered to fight David Benavidez. He came up with an injury. Callum Smith was the Diamond champion. All right? They let him fight for the Diamond belt in the World Series of Boxing. Or whatever that shit called. World Super Series Boxing Tournament. So he holds a mandatory to fight David Benavidez, what people don't know. It's a secondary mandatory, but he holds. Then, so you talking about he was number 3. We done had Andre, right? I mean, was Anthony Darrell? We done had Callum Smith. So that fell out. Callum moved on to the tournament. Darrell was supposed to fight Benavidez. That wasn't ordered. So then it was looking like, all right, Benavidez was looking for an opponent. They paid for Garville to get the fight. Garville wasn't the third best WBC champion or contender at the 168 pounds. You know, that's what happened. That was supposed to be a fucking layup for Benavidez, and he went life and death. And I thought he lost by a point, but I won't call it a robbery. George Green said Caleb Plant will do easy work. Benavidez don't want that smoke. But back to it. These dudes don't even sound like they doing Vada. I can't find no record of it. A lot of these fights. You can look at the USADA fight. You can look at the USADA website, the Vada website. You can look at I'm watching highlights and shit. I'm looking for the game. Got me watching highlights and shit. Hold on. I got on NBA TV. Give me Memphis and New Orleans playing. All right. I haven't seen it. When they go Twitter, I ain't seen them announce it. So at the end of the day, it ain't no knock to me. I ain't started this fucking rumor. It's public information. I'm supposed to be able to go to the Vada WBC website and see when these dudes enter the drug testing, right? I haven't seen it. Am I saying Shine, Errol, Charlo's on something? No, I've defended them. But when Derevianchenko come out and say, when Serhiy Derevianchenko come out and say, we not doing no testing, but I did Vada for Golovkin, but ain't no testing versus Jermall Charlo. When is that fight? Anybody? I need me a statistician. I need me a certified statistician, bro. Let me see what that fight is. Let me see what that fight is. Give me a minute. Hey, not Lawrence Williams. I got to put this nigga on the payroll. He always coming out the blue with the good shit. I thought it was September 26th. So if they fighting September 26th, right? Let me pull out my Palm Pilot. I ain't bullshit. So they ain't taking no testing. Let's just say call it this week. 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. Hold on, make sure I got that. 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks out. And Derevianchenko said he ain't getting blood and urine. He ain't no test. So with all the speculation that have been around the Charlo twins, so they ain't testing. Rosario ain't testing. Charlo ain't testing. Derevianchenko ain't testing. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody gonna call shit on that. When Joette came out and said Shakur wasn't testing, everybody wanted to speculate. Everybody wanted to speculate with Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody speculate with Luis Ortiz, and he popped hot like 5 times. And I say that jokingly. But everybody want to speculate about, because it's a popularity contest. How can you not like a fighter because what promoter he signed with? That just sounds like some ignorant stuff to me. Well, I don't like him because he wear Reeboks. Nigga, I can care what less you wear. I don't like him because he was Top Rank. Now, I can see if Al Heyman was this militant black guy that did right by black fighters, and I can understand that. But they go around acting like Al Heyman is yelling, laying in little big brick road for black fighters. Shit. If that's the case, Gary Russell wouldn't be out here arguing with retired fighters. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. This dude Derevianchenko say it's 8 weeks out, and they ain't taking no blood, no urine. Why? Then the WBC fake belt that he got shouldn't be on the line, bro. Don't be selective about who you press. I'm an equal opportunist. My foot going up anybody's ass. If I have to talk about a fighter that I don't even want to talk about, and I got to get the news, it is what it is. That ain't fair. And on top of that, I'm glad I thought about this. He said Al doing right by many black fighters. He can't be perfect. And Bob Arum did right by some Negro fighters. So is Don King. Nate Campbell said he made more money with Don King than he made with any other promoter. So don't give me that. Don't give me that shit. He's done right by a lot of black fighters. I mean, shit. If he done right by him, name me somebody he turned into a superstar. Andre Salute. Who he turned into a superstar? But I ain't even here to talk about Al, right? Not per se. Somebody explain to me why ain't the narrative today that the Charlo, Jermall, I can't speak on Jermall, who holds the world's best champion belt, why is Derevianchenko saying, I test with Golovkin, but no test with Charlo? Why ain't Charlo taking the test? And don't forget that the Charlo twin in the fucking Tony Harrison fight cheated. Don't forget the Charlo and the Charlo. I ain't gonna forget that. But it was all about Tyson Fury was cheating in his glove, and this nigga was drinking out of an unauthorized water bottle. Well, the Las Vegas, Nevada rules say, get out of here. They was in California. And all that stamina he got, and he just got the mood swings. Get out of here. And now you telling me, Rod Salute. Now you telling me that on top of all this, the water bottle, the attitudes, the limited stamina, the great chins, the physique, and you telling me they ain't testing for their pay-per-view fight card? Get out of here, bro. It smells a little fucking tilapia-ish up in here. But I'm wrong for using facts. I ain't pulling this. I ain't pointing to a nigga glove. I ain't pointing to a water bottle. This comes out of his op's mouth. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I ain't sugarcoating it. I ain't speculating. This ain't no insider information. This is facts. This is facts. It ain't like, oh man, this fighter coming from Texas, this one coming from Nebraska, and this one coming from Portland. All these niggas coming from the same area. And but if Derevianchenko go out there and win, you know what the narrative gonna be? Well, he was on snack. They didn't test. He was dealing with Victor. Hey, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. This ain't no but this ain't the narrative. Now, if this was Derevianchenko fighting Canelo, and he said, there's no testing for Canelo. I tested for Golovkin. Everybody be running. That's why I tell you, gotta watch out for narrative twisting media, bro. You gotta watch out for dudes like that, bro. Dudes that twist, that create. I ain't creating nothing. This came out his mouth. And somebody from Texas sent this to me. Go to AB Boxing News. He said it. So if you the B side, you got to take the fight under whatever stipulations. That's getting out of control, bro. That ain't right. Damn, it just started raining out of nowhere. And I brought the dogs in. But that ain't right, bro. Be consistent. If you're going to be sitting here and talk about for a whole fucking 6-month quarantine that Fury cheated, where Boxing Ego with his whole ass at, bro? Where Champ Side with his ass at? We're Negro. We're the pedophile from Milwaukee at. Come on, bro. And don't give me, they black man. We can't. We slamming Shakir Stevenson off of what a Mexican said. You notice how they go hard on Bud, or they go hard on Roy Jones. You feel me? You know how they go hard on them niggas, dog. But when it came to Canelo feeling popping hot, they didn't have that same energy. They'd go hard on another brother. Hard. Danny Jacobs, Demetrius Andrade, J-Rock all said the Charlos on the orange juice. Come on, bro. Yeah, I just spoke on that. And now they missed a drug test. And now they not one of them ain't drugs. And I imagine if one ain't drug testing, the other one ain't either. The belt shouldn't even be on the line, bro. Mr. Glory said, I'm from Texas. People here don't even know who they are. He said, or rock with Errol, Spence, or the Charlo. We still rock with Pat. Damn, this one hard to paint. Make sure I roll my car windows up. If not, detail shop, here I come. I think I did, though. Miles, that motherfucker jumped through your car window, and I don't like that shit. That nigga jumped through the fucking my dad's truck window. That shit was high. It was clean too. Bushido Boxer salute. So all I'm saying is we speculating about Tyson Fury, and that's cool. Get the white man out here and get the white devil. What James Brown say? Let's speculate about him. Deontay Wilder making their excuse, but that's speculation. You can zoom in on the nigga glove. You can't prove the shit about the water. All we know is Deontay Wilder got man down that night. Real talk. That's all we know. But we do know that Serhiy Derevianchenko told AB Boxing News. Y'all go check out Bushido Boxing channel too. He told AB Boxing News that they ain't testing for the Charlo fight. Ain't no Vada. He said, I did Vada for Golovkin, but ain't no Vada for this fight. So at the end of the day, am I wrong for reporting the news? Because I report it regardless. I get it from everybody. The Golovkin fans, the Paulie fans, the Triple G fans. Well, you ain't no Loma in my inbox. Man, get out my face with that. Why you ain't no Loma, man? Oh, Loma ain't done nothing. He's a good white boy. I love Loma. He's a good white boy. I love him. I just want to hug him. I love Loma. Kofi Slew. Y'all check out Kofi Universe channel. Errol Lions got Texas on lock. This dude Errol sold out. How many had died? That nigga ain't sell out nothing. Jerry Jones bought them tickets and the Mikey fan bought them tickets. Nigga, tickets is probably buy one, get 5 free. Buy a slushie from 7-Eleven and get 7 tickets. Buy a Big Mac and get a whole section. Man, nigga, you know you the man when you can price your tickets high and people still buy. Talking about them $2 StubHub tickets. Motherfucker ain't selling out shit like that, bro. All Al Heyman do is buy tickets and give them away to the casinos, or buy tickets and give them away. And if I had authorization, I would show visual proof, but I'm not doing that. I don't have authorization. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I don't have the authorization to reveal that. You know what I'm saying? If they testing for COVID-19, why not for PEDs? That's a totally different protocol. That's probably why they not testing for PEDs. The COVID testing probably soaking up the majority of the money. Right? Why I listen to your channel, bro? You go in, everyone, regardless of ethnicity, you call a spade a spade. Yes, you got to, bro. It got to be a code of ethic, bro. You got to have some type of code. I don't care who you is. If you go in there and you a white boy, you go down there and you beat down on a black boy, I got to talk about it. I ain't hiding. I ain't making no excuses. Tyson Fury went in there and got down on Deontay Wilder. Soon as I got an opportunity to ride from where I was coming from and spit my piece, I don't hide. If I'm right, if I'm wrong, in between, man, I'm not going to hide. I'm going to talk about everything. And a lot of these dudes don't keep it 100, bro. Derevianchenko said, no, this shit going hard. The paint outside. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully the power don't go back out. Power went out a couple weeks ago. It don't happen a lot. But hey, it is what it is. Everybody want to ignore what they want to ignore. I'm just keeping it real. So why y'all niggas ain't testing? Al Heyman got all this money, so you can't afford COVID and you can't afford the Vada testing. It's cool. So Don Banks salute. So if Derevianchenko win, I'm gonna end on this. If Derevianchenko beat Charlo, do you know what the narrative gonna be? Oh, Victor Conti was on pump it up. Doom. They gonna say he cheated. Why should I tell you how the narrative is? Oh, what? No, there ain't no hoes in Texas, but Derevianchenko. Watch how the narrative switch. Watch how the narrative switch. Derevianchenko gonna be the cheatingest dude in the world. Where was the Power Ranger patrol crew? The low down box community. Where were they at when Charlo was cheating with this Gatorade bottle in his corner with an unauthorized water bottle that Derrick James said, I don't know what was in the bottle. I didn't touch it. Come on. That's why I ain't really go hard on Tyson Fury for what? I believe Floyd's real legacy should be that he promoted fair fights. He real robbed the shit out of one of his fighters. Nigga could have gave Badu Jack the benefit of the doubt. I was listening to some shit about Al today. Like I said, man, boxing ain't something that I would consider anybody put their kid in. It's just too much politics. And remember, I'm the one that said I thought Jermall Charlo would win this fight. I said that. But let's move on. Roy Jones has some words for Errol Spence. He told Errol Spence to take the fight. And people got mad because he said Bud got a better resume and Bud more proven than Errol. Hey, man, Errol, he don't know what he talking about, man. Oh, he said, man, he hating on Errol, man. I've been watching boxing for 2 years, man. And I ain't never seen nobody, man. I ain't never seen nobody, man, with the resume. Errol Spence doing, man. Hey, man down, man. Man down. I'm emotional right now, man. I'm emotional about this, man. You know, Roy Jones, man, Roy Jones is a nigga Russian, man. He's a coon, man. I can't stand Roy, man. Super chat in the building, man. I can't stand this nigga Roy, man. He punching the air like Trey. Yeah, man, you ain't got to get emotional, man. Me and Beverly Rose sitting here eating Easy Mac and rummy noodles in the Roach Coach Motel, man. Roy was my man back in the day, man. But man, he just hating on Errol Spence, man. Earl just did everything that Keith Thurman did, man. That's all I'm saying. They can sit here and try to battle me about resumes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this nigga fighting small guys. Let's just establish that right now. You know what I'm saying? And I like Roy, and I've went at Roy for saying some questionable shit too. But let's talk about it, right? What has Errol Spence done to make you say, wow? Like Ken Folk Kashan. Wow, my Memphis niggas know what I'm talking about now. What did Errol Spence do? Oh my God, man. You see what he did, man? You see what he... Man, I ain't never seen nobody box a lightweight ears off like that, man. Come on, man. What has he done? You talking about a 154-pound man tied out at 147, and he ain't killing everything that's moving. What has he done that hasn't been done before? Easy Baby 1988. Yeah, Roy IQ cold. Dr. Daniel Webster. What has Errol Spence done that hasn't been done before? Keep in mind, there are deductions because he a big dude squeezing down in weight. What has he done that ain't been done before? What has he done? Even if he dropped Mikey Garcia, that's been done before. What has he done? Tell me, what has he done? You got to get deduction because he a big ass motherfucker fighting small guys. This like David run. I mean, this like Goliath running from David, bro. Bud is a lightweight, bro. In the amateurs, Bud was a 132 pounder, same as Mikey Garcia, same as Jose Ramirez. Errol Spence was 152 pounder as an amateur. Keith Thurman was 152 pound as an amateur. Timothy Bradley was 152. Vanis Matarosian was 152. Charles Hatley was 152, if my memory serves me correctly. Don't forget that Charlo's turned pro at welterweight, if my memory serves me correctly. Algieri, South Xavier, had just lost 2 of his last 3 before he fought Errol Spence, if my memory serves me correctly. So where's this wonderful resume from Errol Spence? He beat Sean Porter 3 years after Errol beat him. After Keith beat him. 4 or 5 years after Kell Brook beat him. 5 or 6 years after he had a questionable draw with Julio Diaz. He gonna fight Danny Garcia over 3 years. It's probably 3.5 years almost, if not more, since Keith Thurman beat him. Lamont Peterson, Timothy Bradley beat him, 2010 or 11? Dropped him as well, too, at 140. Victor Ortiz got robbed versus Lamont Peterson, dropped him like 5 or 6 times. Lamont Peterson took a 3-year layoff, fought Alvarez, and then fought Errol Spence. Don't forget, and I'll do this later. I do my cross matchup later. See, I'm not just saying this to say it, bro. They acting like this nigga went out there and beat Prime Keith Thurman, beat Danny Garcia when he had his O, beat Sean when he had his O, and knocked them all out. Knocked Mikey Garcia out in the round, beat up Manny Pacquiao, sent him home packing and retired him. He couldn't even retire Mikey Garcia, bro. Oh, I didn't want to hurt him. I just wanted to give him a sweetest massage. I didn't want to give him a deep tissue massage. Like, what nigga say I don't want to hurt his opponent? I want to show my boxing skills off. You waited till a nigga paid $80 to box? Then you turn around and say, well, I had to sit in the sauna before the hour. What has he done? That Spence top win according to his interviewer Xavier. Xavier said, come on, CJ, no sarcasm. Everyone he was hyping up, we know, but his fanboys take their crush words without question. At the end of the day, what has he done that's been spectacular? And we can do the comparison, right? People want to say, oh, he fought Sean. Sean had a draw. Sean had a loss. Sean had another loss, right? Come on, he didn't stop Sean. He almost lost to Sean. And that wasn't even the best version of Sean Porter. Let's keep it real. Don't forget, Sean was a dude that fought as high as 75, I believe, in the professional rank. And if Sean don't get knocked down, I think Sean win that fight on my card. But it was a comfortable. I get Errol. He deserved to win. All right, it was close. Give it to him. But you supposed to be the superior fighter. You supposed to make a statement versus that nigga. You didn't. But let's get into the cross matchups, right? Let's talk about it, right? People say, oh, Lamont Peterson. People forget Felix Diaz beat the shit out of Lamont Peterson 3 years prior, 4 years prior, and they robbed him. Now, if you don't believe me, they robbed him, you can watch the fight. But I'm going to tell you something else about Felix Diaz as well, too. He fought Sammy Vasquez, right? Before he got knocked out by Collazo, I think it was. He fought Vasquez. They called it a draw. I've never seen this in my life. They called it a draw. They brought the niggas back to the ring because they did Felix Diaz dirty and gave him the victory. Errol do not got a better resume than Crawford, bro. And I'm going to continue to break it down how. All right, let's talk to whatever this dude name is. Ask B. Come on, Ace of B, whatever your name is. How do Errol got a better resume? Tell me how. Articulate it to me how. How? How do he got a better resume? He just unified a division, bro. At 30 years old or 29 years old, he just unified a division. He a bigger guy fighting, squeezing down to 147, right? Right? He didn't beat Keith Thurman. He didn't beat Manny Pacquiao. Sean Porter, no disrespect, Sean Porter lost to fucking Kell Brook. He had a draw with Julio Diaz, bro. He had a draw with Julio Diaz. Let me just let you know he had a draw with Julio Diaz, bro. Lamont Peterson had 3 years off. 3 years off, fought Alvarez and fought Errol Spence. That wasn't the best of Lamont Peterson. Algieri lost 2 of his last 3. Leonard Bundu came off a loss fighting Keith Thurman. Where? Who is he beating? Danny Garcia? Come on, bruh. What's Danny Garcia's best win at welterweight? A robbery over Lamont Peterson? So just because you say a win is good because they hype Sean Porter up to be good. Sean Porter is an average welterweight contender. That is the facts. Sean Porter is an average welterweight contender with multiple losses on his resume. He come up short versus everybody but Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia ain't not even he's barely average welterweight. He struggled with an old Robert Guerrero. Granado's not even a welterweight. But hey, you want to give it to him, give it to him. Or you saying that's his best win? He didn't even drop an old Paulo Malignaggi, Sean Porter steamroll. So you tell me, how is these dudes credible opponents? Tell me, how is these dudes credible opponents? And he not steamrolling niggas neither. He not steamrolling niggas. This the big bad Errol Spence. Cool man said, man, salute. He not steamrolling these dudes. He a bigger man. Algeria's 140 pounder, bro. Come on, man. Kell Brook had a broken eye, dropped 13 pounds to make the weight. He almost lost to that nigga, bro. He was losing that fight until Kell Brook got tired. And then his eye got injured. He was losing that fight. He supposed to blow through Kell Brook. This ain't the Kell Brook who fought Sean Porter. This ain't even the Kell Brook who barely beat Carson Jones. Go look at that fight. He was leaking. He was leaking, bro. Chris Algieri lost. Let me tell y'all this nigga shit. I'll keep bringing up Chris Algieri. I just want y'all to know something about Chris Algieri. And let me let y'all know something about Chris Algieri. I want to make sure I get it right. I want to make sure your boy get it right. I just want to make sure I get it right. Chris Algieri lost to Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan, right? He beat Eric Bone, and then Errol Spence beat him. He came off 2 of his last 3 fights he lost. So I mean, how is that a credible fucking opponent? 2 of your last 3 fights you lost. And if I want to be technical, let me get technical. I want to make sure I get this right today. If I want to be technical, hold on. This is Amir Khan. Now it's right before the Canelo fight. But this is after Amir Khan got dropped like 2 times versus Julio Diaz in the UK. And I know I'm making it seem like Julio Diaz is a fucking superhero. He dropped Khan like 2 times. And the Provodnikov fight was a war. He had a good fight with Emmanuel Taylor on ESPN Friday Night Fights. So then again, I ask you again, what has he done that he was not expected to do? When has there been a doubt when Errol Spence stepped in the ring that he was going to lose? It's never been one. There was a doubt when Bud fought Gamboa. There was a doubt when he fought British Prescott and short notice stepped up and fought him. A lot of people picked Victor Posto. That was a 50-50 in a lot of these white writers' mind. So again, a lot of people wouldn't share like myself that he was going to be able to handle Jeff Horn. Let's say this. I'm going to just keep breaking it down, right? So Felix Diaz really beat Lamont Peterson, right? Way before Bud fought. Right? Way before Errol fought Lamont. Lamont took 3 years off, if my memory serves me correctly. Let's fact check that. Let's fact check it. Give me a minute. Let's fact check it. Okay. Lamont Peterson fought Errol Spence in 2018, right? January. He fought Alvarez in 17, February. But before that, he had a majority decision, which he didn't deserve, over Felix Diaz in 2015. So it was 3 years, almost 3 full years between Diaz and the Errol Spence fight. It was a cute fight. But Lamont Peterson kind of been beat a couple times. He lost to Timothy Bradley. Right? I think somebody at my door. Hold on. He lost to Timothy Bradley. He lost to Lucas Matisse in the second round. He really lost to Victor Ortiz. The Amir Khan fight, people could say it was debatable. He lost to Felix Diaz. So then again, I ask you, Felix Diaz was the better fighter than Lamont Peterson. Then if you want to take it a bit further, right? Let's take him to church, right? Let's take it to church. Give me a minute. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Let's take it to church. All right. Let's keep it 100 here, right? People talk about Danny Garcia, right? Did Danny Garcia pay? I'm gonna break it down for you. Did Danny Garcia pay Victor Postal not to fight? Oh, I didn't know who Victor Postal was. Lawrence Williams fact checked that for me. He said that Postal fought on Danny Garcia undercard. So how the fuck you not know who he was? So then again, we got Diaz who better than Peterson. We got Postal who better than Danny Garcia because he ducked the fade. Oh, let me slow it down. Let's not forget Mikey Garcia was running from Gamboa for years. People said, well, Gamboa ducked Brandon Rios. Hey, we can have that. We can have that. But then again, Gamboa wasn't a lightweight. People forget that. I don't think at the time he was. So Mikey ducked Gamboa. That's facts. Postal ducked Danny Garcia. He paid him not to fight. That's facts. He knocked out Matisse when Danny couldn't. That's facts. How you want to look at it. So the only guy you possibly could say on his resume that's better than anybody Bud and beat is Sean Porter. But hold on. Slow it down. Sean Porter arguably lost out to J Lab Sports TV. He arguably lost to Ugas. Right? He arguably lost to Ugas. He arguably lost to Julio Diaz. What's Sean Porter best win? Danny Garcia Paulie? Is that something you gloating about? Is that something you gloating about? Sean Porter winning them? So, Sean, come on. Jeff Horn beat Manny Pacquiao. However you want to look at it. Sean Porter got a better win than that? No. Sean Porter got a better win than that? No. So when you break it down, like I break it down, names ain't everything. Sean Porter ain't going to the Hall of Fame. I believe Danny going to the Hall of Fame based off what he did at 40. But at 47, he ain't nowhere near Hall. He average. Sean Porter barely average at 147. Sean Porter is an average 47 pounder. No disrespect, but I'm being disrespectful. Lamont Peterson, he was below average at 47. That wasn't his best weight. Leonard Bundu, come on. He can fought him off a loss. Kell Brook, he came off a loss in an injury. His best win at welterweight was Sean Porter. He struggled with Carson Jones. So when you look at it, matchmaking can make it look good. You know, this Errol Spence matchmaking is like, it's like a pretty girl ugly girl putting all that makeup on. But when you get at home, you take the wig off, you wake up, the makeup come off, she ugly. She ugly. You can say whatever you want to say about Bud at 47. The dude that he stopped and didn't lose a round to got a better win than Danny Garcia. He got a better win than Danny Garcia. Right? What Danny Garcia fight was better than Jeff Horn beating fucking Manny Pacquiao? Tell me anything. Everything Danny at this division he done. What has he done? At 47, what has Danny Garcia done? He won a vacant strap, bro. He won a vacant strap, C-Dub. That ain't no real strap, nigga. He won it vacant. It happens. Muhammad Ali got dropped by a bum in the UK. Zab Judah dropped Floyd Mayweather. Tito Trinidad stayed on the fucking canvas. It happens. Y'all like Paulie dropped him. If that's the case, if his chin is weak and Gary Russell knocked his chin from Colorado Springs back to Nebraska, then why Errol Spence don't pull that whole card? Why? Why Errol Spence don't pull that hard card? Danny Garcia barely beat fucking Ivan Redcash. He barely beat Ivan Redcash. Am I correct? That wasn't no sensational victory. You can say Danny would have did this, Danny would have did that. He didn't even look good versus Redcash. Shit, that nigga went like 8-9 rounds with Brandon Rios. What are you talking about? What is Danny Garcia's best victory at the 147-pound level? Tell me that. What is Danny Garcia's best victory at 147? Okay, let's start a game off. I said name, you tell me his best victory. Who is Danny Garcia's best victory at 47? Since we're talking about welterweights, who's best victory? Woulda, shoulda, coulda, didn't. What is Danny Garcia's best victory at the weight? I'm waiting. C-Dub, I'm waiting. What is Danny Garcia victory? None. Give me a name. It gotta be a name. He been at the welterweight division. That wasn't at 40, Herrera. That was at 40. So what is Danny Garcia's best victory at 47? And let me put this in context for you, bro. Danny Garcia started off, this is his 47 resume. A win over Salka. A win over Peterson, which was a catchweight. And I believe Salka was a catchweight as well. A win over Paulie. A win for a vacant WBC belt he didn't deserve over Robert Guerrero. Samuel Vargas. A loss to Keith Thurman don't count. TKO victory over Brandon Rios that happened in the 9th round. Right? A loss to Shine. That don't count. Granados and Ivan Redcash. So Peterson, right? He lost that fight, right? Let's keep it real. Peterson, he lost that fight. The Amir Khan fight was at 40. You're talking about at 47. Peterson, he lost that fight, right? Peterson, he lost that fight, right? Tell me that. Okay, then, we got one. Peterson Robin. Let's keep it 100. Danny Garcia, people talking about Bud 147 resume. Danny Garcia been fighting at 147 pounds or above 140 since the year 2014, my nigga. He been at this weight for 6 years, right? He been at the weight for 6 years. For 6 long, hard years, he been at the weight, right? So, let me kind of give y'all some information. Since 2014, Danny Garcia has fought above 140 pounds. See, this is why you can't just nitpick a nigga resume, or you can't just talk about names. Bud debuted at welterweight at 2018. For 2 years, he been at the division, bro. For 2 years, he been at the division compared to Danny Garcia 6. For 2 years, he been at the division, bro. 2. Uno, dos. Y'all look good. 2. 2 years compared to 6 funky ass years by Danny Garcia. And you telling me, oh, Danny Garcia got a better resume. I mean, he been there for 6 years. Infamous 6 years. And he got every welterweight at his dispense. He ran from Errol for years. He ran for Danny Garcia. He ran from Sean for years. You know what I'm saying? He fought Keith. Give him credit for that. But he came up short every time, bro. Come on. Talk to him, bro. Talk to him, dog. See, Jones, talk to him. Make sure I hit that thumbs up button. Man, y'all ain't getting it nowhere like this, man. Y'all ain't getting it nowhere like this. Man, come on, man. I feel like Onyx. Slam. Dun, 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 dun. Let the boys be boys. I'm slam dunking these dudes. They don't know nothing about no fucking boxing. Nothing. You look at the names and shit. Oh, man, this shit is, yeah. Bums. Bums galore. If I put 2 bums out on the street in the fight against each other, they still bums. You can't say he fought Keith Thurman because he didn't. See how y'all look at stuff. You see how y'all look at stuff through your own point of view. Stop listening to ignorance, bro. Roy Jones know more than all them niggas put together. And let's talk about the performance. It ain't who you beating, it's how you beating them too. What's Errol Spence's best performance? Knocking Bundu out after the Olympic gold medal game. Y'all act like he on this level. He just taking people like a compactor and crushing them. Who he crushed? Nobody. Bud crushed Gamboa. Outboxed Victor Postal. Crushed Felix Diaz. Crushed him. Adrian Broner, pity pat with John Molina. Crushed John Molina. Jeff Horn. Dude, Pacquiao lost multiple rounds to Jeff Horn. Pacquiao, if you want to be real, Pacquiao lost several rounds to Jeff Horn. Bud didn't drop a round, my nigga. He didn't drop a round. Let me say it again. He didn't drop a round. This the dude that had Pacquiao leaking and man, he didn't drop a round. A round. He punished them. Name me somebody Errol Spence punished and took they off. Who? Who he put on punishment and go say sit on timeout? The very same person that Bud was supposed to punish in Mikey Garcia is now fucking his bitch in Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Bud had his hands on Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia would have got punished. Ain't no survival mode versus no real killer. Either Mikey was knocking him out or Bud was punishing him. Punished. Errol Spence in there keeping his hands high. Who was Errol Spence? You said, man, who he punished him? 80-year-old Lamont Peterson? Sean Porter was in there rocking his ass. Lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it. Get out of here. For the in-state Street Fighter, he sure was touching Errol Spence up. That knockdown was a gift from heaven. Lean with it, rock with it. That motherfucker was getting hurt by Sean Porter. He ain't even no puncher. And what's so funny today, I got some intel, but I ain't gonna say it. They ain't gonna take that. Like I said before, man. One of his contemporaries said that Bud will stop him. He's a PBC guy. He said Bud will stop Terence. Bud will stop Errol Spence. He said I can stop that nigga. He said Al ain't making that fight. But y'all ain't gonna hold him accountable. Just like y'all don't hold Tank accountable for ducking Mayonnaise Nation. Y'all ain't gonna hold him accountable. It's cool for Tank to duck Lomachenko, but niggas gonna buy his pay-per-view crazy. Who Errol Spence crushed? He supposed to be the biggest, strongest, 154-pound, 47-pound. Who was he crushed? Oh, who was he crushed? Who was he just ran over? Oh my God! Oh my God! I got the call 911. Is he? Who was he crushed? Who was he crushed? Who was he crushed? Who was he crushed? Whoa! He went over to England and man, he went life and death with that boy. That boy had he was a cyborg. He had a metal eye. It don't matter who he fighting at. He could be fighting Errol Spence next if he wasn't a bitch. Hiding under Derek James' titty and shit. He could be fighting him next. He go, oh guys, I don't want to fight for the WBO. I go fight for the fake belt. Get out of here. Who guys know what time it is? Oh, I beat him in the amateur, but I don't want to fight him in the pro. Get out of here. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, man. Oh, the PBC welterweight man. Antonio Margarito would have just. Hey, man, Antonio Margarito, Paul Williams. Who else we had over the lap? Trinidad would run through him. Miguel Cotto will run through the whole PBC. Pacquiao, 50 years old, still beating these boys' ass. Still 50 years old, giving out ass whoopings. He's still 50 years old giving out ass whoopings. Y'all making fun of a dude who pressing to make the best fight. Make that make sense. Errol Spence, I mean, come on. Let me pull this up, man. Hold on, give me a minute. Let me check my Palm Pilot. Let me check my Palm Pilot. I ain't doing that, man. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Here we go.
Porter, who knows, maybe we see that again. I should mention Bud Crawford is also a titleist at welterweight. Any thoughts on any of these guys or Bud Crawford? Because again, you're acknowledged as the top guy at welterweight. Who do you want to fight? What do you want to do?
Like I said, I'm the top dog in the division. I am the king of the welterweight division. And like I said, I know them guys wish that I wasn't back so fast, but I am back. And I want to fight the top names in the division. Whether it's Manny Pacquiao, whether it's Terence Crawford, or whether it's Danny Garcia, I do want the top names, and I do want to be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
Fighting everybody then.
Definitely.
You think you'll be back in May?
I'll definitely be back in the summertime.
Okay. Summertime, did you say, or May, or the spring, or summer? When do you think?
Summer or spring. I'll definitely be back. I'll definitely be back next year.
Any restrictions on sparring or anything like that, or any physical?
So you heard it. I fight anybody. Pacquiao, Jesus, Satan. I fight anybody. You know, right now I'm the king. Put him up. I'm the king. Put him up. I fight anybody. Ooh, put him up. Pacquiao, put him up. Danny, put him up. Shari, put him up. Keith, put him up. Terence Crawford, put him up. I fight anybody. Put him up. Manny Pacquiao. Hey man, I want to really fight Errol Spence since he got into a car accident. I'd like to fight Errol Spence.
Errol, man, I'm good. You know, the way my jaw and my car set up, no.
Okay. I really want to fight Errol Spence. I mean, can you make it happen now?
Let me ask. Hey, Errol, man, Pacquiao keep asking me. You know, man down, man down. But now I ain't fighting Pacquiao. Okay. Hell no, Pat. Stop asking me. I don't want the nigga. Give me Danny Garcia.
Come on, man. He said, put him up. So if anybody can get it, the new Texas can, man. African, American, Packy can. Anybody can get it but Bud, man. So you don't want no smoke, man. Motherfuckers a walking contradiction. I'm fighting for anybody, but you fighting Danny Garcia. Why not Bud? Put him up. Is Danny still a top what? What is Danny top of, bruh? Danny is just a name living off his 40-pound resume. Danny Garcia been at the weight for 6 years. Danny ain't no top guy. Get out of here. They feed y'all table scraps, bruh. That's what I feed Miles. I feed Miles better than that. But you know what I'm saying? Little breadcrumbs, you know. Few chicken wings. They feeding y'all bullshit, and here y'all go. Come on, Al, give me a golden shower. Oh, Al, go ahead and drip on me. Piss on me. That's y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. This ain't no top fight, bro. This a regular Showtime, regular Fox fight. You got Danny Garcia that been at the division for 6 years and lost to everybody. out of here. Talking about it's a top fight. He told, I can't even say who told. He said it's a tune-up. Get out of here. I'm ready for anybody. You heard him? Put him up. And then, Pacquiao called. He said, put him down. Hands down. I don't want to fight. Get out of here, man. Come on, man. Making Texas look bad. They making Texas look bad, man. Come on, man. Dirk Nowitzki going to have to clear this up. Put him up. Put him up. Put him up. Put him up. Motherfucker, get out of here, man. Y'all believe what y'all want to believe. I expose this guy, man. A matchmaker's dream. And whoever been matchmaker, Errol Spence did a great job. Great job. Great job. Let's talk about Danny Garcia, man. Talk about Danny Garcia now. Errol Spence out here saying, man, they the writers going against me, man, against Danny Garcia. I mean, nigga, you did fly through a car roof, my nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And you did lose some teeth. You did hurt your back. So, at the end of the day, it sounds like a solid bet. If you go out there and beat Danny Garcia, I mean, so did Sean, so did, Keith. I mean, you ain't doing nothing out the ordinary. But it ain't that you ain't good enough to beat Danny Garcia. I think we all believe that healthy. I mean, you should dominate Sean Porter and at least win by 5 points. He can take it personal all he want to, but at the fact remains, you haven't sparred, to our knowledge. You ain't took a punch. You've been training to lose weight. That's good. That's what you're supposed to do. But ain't nobody hating on you because you're not a good fighter. That be killing me. Or everybody going against the grain. Ain't nobody going. I mean, if you want to use it as motivation, be my guest. Be my guest. I'm not mad at me personally. I just would have took the year off because it's possible now. He can hold on to that belt, come out and get a small tune-up, and come back next year ready to defend it. But then again, he got something to prove to nobody. What he proving Danny Garcia. The Danny Garcia fight is at this point, it's a high risk, low reward fight. That's it. Danny Garcia is a high risk, low reward fight right now. So what do you get for beating Danny Garcia? Nothing. You're not the first. You're not the second. He's been exposed multiple times. This is a stupid ass fight to take right now. You're not getting it's not another belt. All you're doing is getting the mandatory out the way. Miss 21 said Earl's a top fighter in all of boxing, I believe. What makes him a top fighter? What makes him a top fighter? Tell me that. What makes him a top fighter in all of boxing? What makes him a top fighter? What has he done? What has he done that he wasn't supposed to? Name me a time Errol Spence wasn't a favorite. I'm not holding you, and I'm just asking you. Name me a time he went to a fight and you said he gonna lose, or he could lose. Name me a time that he done something that he wasn't supposed to. Only time I think only thing I could think he done something that I didn't think he was gonna do was not knocking out Mikey Garcia. He said skill wise he can do everything in the fight. Like, name him off. What can he do? What can he do? Don't just give me a bland answer or a vague answer. Give me an answer. What is he doing? Great jab. Great at cutting the ring off. Great two. Great body punching. Oh, he can outbox a lightweight. That make him a top fighter. Canelo can move his head. Canelo slick. Canelo can hit the body. Lomachenko, he can do some things Errol Spence can't do. Man, salute. AM 1991. So I'm not saying he's not a top fighter. He ain't my pound for pound list. So obviously a top fighter, but how is he the best in boxing? You got a big man fighting at 50-47, picking on small fighters or fighting other fighters fighting on small fighters, but he running from a lightweight. A lightweight that don't got a chin. Gary Russell knocked his jaw to Jupiter. He got rocked by Gamboa. He ain't fought nobody. But everybody running from him. What makes him a top fighter? What makes him the top fighter in boxing? Nothing. Nothing he can do that nobody else can do. What he can do? I can hit the body. He can hit the body. From Canelo? What does he do better than Canelo? Not a damn thing. Canelo got better hand speed. Cut the ring off better than Canelo. Okay. What do he do better than Bud? Let's talk about that. What do he do better than Bud? What do he do? Not faster. He's not stronger at this point because he weight drained. He don't have longer arms. He's not a better counterpuncher. He ain't a better inside fighter. He ain't a better pocket fighter. He ain't better from the outside. He ain't got a better footwork. He better at putting his hands up and rolling punches. That's it. He ain't got better defense. He ain't got a better corner. Who cuts the ring off better than Canelo? Golovkin? Errol Spence do? He said today's boxing popular fighters the top fighter. Yeah, that's true. Because these fans don't know shit about boxing. But other than that, he mad because people think Danny Garcia gonna win. And that's no not. You went through you was in a car accident. Most people think you coming back premature. But I'm taking screenshots and I'm saying this, that, and the third. Do what you gonna do. You don't really like mess with me. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, if you come back healthy and you destroy Danny Garcia, shit, you did what you was supposed to do. If you go out there and lose to Danny Garcia, it's gonna be every excuse in the world from everybody. Prove us wrong. That make me no difference. You doing what you supposed to do. I ain't knocking him. He doing what he supposed to do. But the intrigue about that fight, it really ain't about nothing. It's all about his health. This is a showcase fight. And they putting this on TV for $80. He said Triple G couldn't cut the ring off on Canelo, but he one of the best at cutting the ring off. He cut the ring off of Canelo, he just couldn't, he didn't want to take that punishment. But ain't too many people that cutting the ring off pretty good. But yeah, man, y'all got some questions. I'll answer a few questions before I step off here. I ain't gonna stay on long. I think I made my point. I think I well made my point. He said, Earl is back and everyone should Dame glad for that. I really appreciate Derek James keeping his champions together. Shout out to B. I think it's a risky fight no matter what Spence says. He's coming off injury, and that's the intrigue about this fight. That's it. If he get knocked out, will I be happy? Hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you at this point. Man, I'm gonna come out here with a cigar. I don't even smoke them. I smoked my first one like last week, 2 weeks ago. I think it was last week. I'm gonna come here with some cigar. I don't know what the drink of the night gonna be. I'm gonna get the drink of the night. We just gonna party. We gonna have a whole party on YouTube, bro. I'm gonna put it on Twitter, Twitch. I'm gonna put it everywhere. We're gonna have a party. We just gonna have a party. We just gonna enjoy. We gonna have a gangster party. We'll keep asking questions. 704 Joe salute. He said, "Yeah, you did make an excellent point." Hey, thank you, Mark. That I ain't heard Don Julio in a minute. I might try that dark shit. I really don't drink dark liquor. Garcia beats Errol. The narrative will be Errol's bottles were tampered with. Oh yeah, Danny Garcia, his gloves wasn't 8 ounces; they was 7.5 ounces. You know what I'm saying? His gloves, Earl, man, he came back to Earl. I don't care, man. At this point, bro, if Earl and Deontay Wilder lose, man, I hope that whole box community just disband. I'd be so happy to, man. Just talk about pimping and tricking and how to cheat on your wife. Or Earl Stevenson, Slurricane, or Selection. I tried Slurricane. Slurricane bang. Super Funk Master, salute. Ike Turner said, "Oh shit, this nigga out here slapping hoes." So if I keep 100, dude, Blue Blood, straight dick. Yeah, Blue Blood is terrible, bro. Hey, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back with another one. All right, today, him and that Arab dude sound just like the Arab dude. Today I talk about how Earl Spence watched Sesame Street when he was 3 years old to learn how to tie his shoes. Okay, um, he had the Velcro straps at first, and his mother bought him the Big Bird shoes with the shoestrings. And we back with that nigga's. He's got to be the worst YouTube nigga I ever seen, bro. You know he paying for his sub. He terrible. Who gonna sub to that shit? Today, Deontay Wilder says that, he going to camp August 14th. These dudes get caught up and these fighters be pushing the narrative and all this other stuff, man. He's terrible. If Bud get the man, Bud ain't getting no Manny Pacquiao fight, man. They talking Conor McGregor. He was never getting that fight. Not next. Charlo versus Rosario. He gotta watch some film, bro. Now, I got 8 weeks. So I mean, personally, I hope Rosario knock his ass out, but I think Charlo can get the job done. If you know, you know. That dude, man. I'm just tell you something about Dante's Boxing Nation, right? I'm gonna just say this, man, and like I said before, man, this dude is a fake pro-black militant dude. Not saying he don't do a good job. He like Fred. You know what I'm saying? They get out here and they get the brothers riled up about pro-blackness and all this other stuff going on. But he married to an Asian woman, and that's cool. That's his prerogative. But he sit here and he try to race bait all the time. But then again, I'm gonna tell you something. When Tom Bennett was doing videos and spending his own money or some of his money to go out there and cover fights for his channel, this dude wasn't trying to push Tom channel or nothing. That little Aki dude come on there and he pushing his channel, sharing his subs and sharing his videos and shit. That shit hella weak to me, dog. Hella weak. But that's how you get, man. That's how you can tell, man. That dude Dante was never trying to really fuck with no brothers like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was never trying to mess with no brothers, and it's sad, bro, because he pushed old boy hard, and still do, but didn't push town to town, spend the majority of his money covering fights, man. I told that nigga, man, and I told him, I said I wouldn't be doing that shit. And I kind of schooled him on why I don't do the interviews and I don't choose to go to the fights to cover him. I'm like, dude, I said, you wasting all this money. And of course you get to meet up with dudes and you get to interview the fighters, but at the end of the day, what do you get? You get some memories, but at the end of the day, you can sit at home and you can do the exact same thing. I'm not burning my money on boxing. Crazy as hell, I'm not burning my money on them fights and these interviews. And then you gotta watch what you say. You can't critique certain people. People calling you saying why you say, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? But keep asking questions, man. All these guys that are freezing out Bud are going to take an L. It's going to come back karma. He said the zone don't have the money. ESPN, the only platform with open pay-per-view dates. But he's smart about race bait because these emotional dudes get all into it. Yeah, I had to pull myself out of it. I ain't talking no more black stuff because the very same people that you want to support you, they don't really support you. I ain't doing that no more, bro. I ain't doing none of the stories about somebody getting popped by the police. Hell no, doing that no more. It just ain't worth it, bro. And then YouTube get to fucking with your channel. Since I stopped talking about that shit, all my stuff started to go back up. They got it. They got it because I wasn't making no real difference. No way, nobody care about what that shit. And I think we was out to casino or somewhere, Buffalo Wild Wings or something. And it was the same day that Errol Spence fought Manny Pacquiao, right? Not Manny Pacquiao, but you keep asking questions. What's the old boy name he fought? No, it wasn't Sean. Mikey Garcia. And we all in the group and shit. And I said, man, and this is when this Gucci shit started. So I asked one of my girlfriend friends, like, you still wear? Well, I don't care about none of that. I'm like, you know what? Keep her away from me. That's how black people is. They don't care about what's going on at all. So why should I continue to report stuff that ain't gonna get no support? I don't know who Counterpunch is, and no, I don't like that cokehead. Yeah, go Coke. I'm straight on him, dog. He had a good little vibe at once. I'm straight. Everybody ain't for me, bro. Who's the number one ranked fighter in the sport today, pound for pound? You know who it is, bro. I ain't got to say his name. They say Bud don't deserve a fight, but DSG does. I mean, yeah, that's just the hypocrisy, man. Yeah, your boy Blue Bud, Bud Crawford, he don't deserve it early. Like I said before, man, he's an idiot, bro. He's a grade A idiot, bro. He don't know shit, man. I don't know how niggas listen to it. Hey, yeah, boy, back with another video. And I don't even be listening to the boxing voice no more. They ain't got no people of color supporting on that motherfucker. When Mike left, I left. I'm like, man, this shit ain't even good. Especially when Beeb and Vic, and I don't even listen to them no more. It's just hard to listen to, bro. A lot of people I don't listen to no more, bro. I don't listen to these dudes no more. These dudes are just like, you gotta remember, these dudes out here trying to get the bag too. So I ain't knocking you do what you gotta do. Everybody not gonna put their integrity over. Everybody not gonna put integrity over money. You know what I'm saying? He said Boots versus Bud would be epic. I got Bud. That's too premature. I thought Bud would get somebody, if not Earl, but now Bob have to spend money, man, like Eddie did when he bought Martin's belt from PBC. He said, when that good, though, I thought he talking Charlo, I'm smart. He said, a lot of people say Canelo, but I don't see the separation when Canelo fight. Like I said, Canelo, another dude you could talk about, asterisk by everything he does. He lost 12 rounds to nothing to Floyd. Had a questionable decision versus Austin Trout. Austin Trout too. Questionable decision versus Lar. He won his first belt versus Matthew Hatton at a catchweight. I mean, you can go on and on and on. Questionable fights with Golovkin, according to a lot of y'all. A lot of people think Kovalev took a dive. I mean, we can go on and on. He said, "Do you the Raiders Stadium will not have any fans in it this year?" I didn't know that. I know Mark Davis was talking about it. He said that dude is ghetto as hell with broken knee, won't let nobody talk. On it is. Bud should move up. That's what it's looking like. Charlo versus Derevianchenko. I don't know. I think Charlo will win, especially ain't no drug testing. Canelo looking at Quigley, good fella. He's ranked 31. That's Golden Boy that's pushing Wrigley. That's Golden Boy that's pushing Wrigley. Damn, Memphis has lost their third straight game. That's crazy. Many more questions before I get out of here, man. Go to the grocery store and give me some things. Ain't no more questions. Appreciate y'all. Don't forget, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love, support. Y'all know what it is. Wow. Oh, hold on. We got a question. Hold on. Word. He said Canelo a real runner for real. Andrade, Callum Smith, all. I think the zone didn't improve Demetrius Andrade. I heard. He said play the video of BB getting bullied. I got that shit tapped up. You want to hear that? We end off with that. I got that queued up. Woody. Woody, what's up? Woody, Woody, what's up? He said it over in his mother. About that Jimmy. You see if I can find in here.
Believe about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
Looking at my baby.
No, I ain't looking. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
Hear it again.
Believe about
No, I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
Looking at my baby.
No, I ain't looking. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
Y'all hear it again? Hold on. We're gonna end off with this.
Believe about
No, I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
Looking at my baby.
No, I ain't looking. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring shit like